Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our talk with Coach Pedersen, brought to you by Liberty Communications. And Coach, overcame the cold weather and the homecoming festivities to be able to come away with a 42-0 win over Northeast last week.
Yeah, we did. We started off a little sluggish in the first quarter, and we had a little talk at timeout after the first quarter, and they picked it up. And I think when it had 28-0 at halftime, give a lot of credit to Northeast Goose Lake. They improved a lot from last year. They hit real hard. They did a nice job against us, but I think our conditioning again showed, and we took care of them in the second half.
Well, and it was a situation where, second week in a row, where things started well. With that, you kick off, you get an early interception, leads to a touchdown. They get the ball back, get another interception right away, and that was some good plays by the defensive backs, but also a lot of good pressure from that front seven.
Well, I agree. You know, the best. Well, I always say the best kind of defense as far as pass defense is a rush, and we're starting to get a better rush. And our D-backs have spent a lot of time working, since the last couple ball games, and they've really improved a lot, and they continue to improve on a daily basis.
Well, we've talked about it a couple times, but coming into this year, a lot of the focus that has been on Jeff Bowie in the offseason, understandably, because he's a great talent, but teams are seeing that. They're focusing on that, but that's opening things up, and some of those other guys are starting to take advantage of those opportunities.
Oh, there's no question about it. We can do certain things. When they want to run away from Jeff, then they're running into some of our other strength too, and he helps us a lot in that regard, and the other kids are starting to understand what their concepts are as far as our defenses are concerned, and we've added some defense to our package the last couple of weeks, and I think it's been beneficial.
Well, like you said, that second quarter was big. Tanner had 3 long touchdown runs, and that was a situation where I don't think he was hardly touched on any of those. That offensive line really found some things and opened up some big holes.
Well, they started doing some certain things that we took advantage of in the middle, and we were glad to see that happen because it did give us a lot of running lanes.
Well, that third quarter comes out. We drive down, we turn it over. We get the ball back, we drive down, and the key series that I thought that kind of goes overlooked sometimes, but on the fumble that Gavin had, they pick it up. The guy's running in basically for a touchdown. Wyatt Goodale runs him down, gets the tackle, and then we get to send the defense out. A few plays later, they're close. Dalen comes in, punches the ball out, and that leads to Jeff for the long touchdown run. That's a couple of guys just making some key plays and key opportunities when they need to.
14-point swing. That was a great thing. And Woody gets after people. He doesn't ever stop. Wyatt is in perpetual motion. And all the defense is doing that very well. I think we've scored 6 touchdowns this year with our defense, and that's really a really good deal.
And then we got one as well with some of the backups, guys that don't necessarily see as much time on Friday nights. They had a chance with the big lead to get in there, and that group did a lot of good things. They moved the ball down the field, and Dom Culver got his first career touchdown.
I totally agree. We moved the ball. We scored a touchdown with our second group, and the defense shut them out. I mean, we had our second team in there, and they were really working hard, and that was very, very gratifying. We had talked about that earlier in the week. If we get an opportunity to get some of our second teamers in there, and let's take advantage of it, and those kids did just that.
Well, and one other kid that did, our foreign exchange student, Ben Grundeman, came in and had a chance to sneak the extra point over the uprights and then get the touchback as well. It's pretty exciting to give him that opportunity.
I think we were excited. The student body was excited, and especially Ben was excited, and that's what it's all about in high school football, to have things like that happen.
Well, and speaking of that excitement, I mentioned it in the podcast this week, but I'm sure you noticed as much as I did that when that second group was out there, every time they were doing something, that student body especially was just yucking it up. They were having a good time. It's great to see that support from the students as well as the entire fan base, seeing and recognizing when those kids are out there.
There's no question about it. The students have been really great for us all year long. They've really, really tried to pick things up for us, and they're our 12th person on the field, and I'm really happy to have those kids around.
A lot of them going to try to make the trek up to Cascade, final road game of the regular season. This is a Cascade team that, 3-4 record, but that's not really indicative of how good they are. They've played a tough schedule. We're looking for a good game this week.
Well, they played Waukon early in the year, and they played Benton Community, and they're both really good football teams, and they're a class bigger than we are. And they also had 2 or 3 kids that were injured, and they're starting to come back now, and they scored 36 last week and 36 the week before that. So they're now the Cascade team that we thought they'd be at the beginning of the year, and they're going to give us a good ball game, and we have to go up there and ready to play because they're very well coached, and they'll do a lot of things very well against us.
We're looking forward to it, Coach. Thanks very much for joining us.
I do want to mention one additional thing. Our players, our coaches, and the football family in general, all of our thoughts and prayers are with Kevin Crosswade and his family this week. Kevin's mom's not real good condition right now, and I know we've all said prayers for her and the family, and we're going to continue to do that. Kevin's a very special guy, and so is his family. So I think that's part of our program as well, as we want to be there and have Kevin's back.
It is a family program. We care about everybody within it, so definitely sending those prayers up and hoping for positive results for that entire family. So Coach Pedersen joining us here, presented by Liberty Communications. We'll be back with more of the pregame right after this. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.